Office Hours with IBS Series 1, Episode 2, Turning Ideas into Action. Good morning, founders, and welcome to Episode 2 of Office Hours with IB, your weekly founder fuel. If you're anything like most founders, your notes app or journal is probably full of great ideas, new products, marketing plans, event concepts, or the next big thing. And if we're honest, it feels exciting just to imagine them, right? That creative energy is addictive. But here's the hard truth. Ideas don't build businesses. Action does. When I first started Mercy Elroy, I had more ideas than structure. I had workshop outlines, coaching program names, and hundreds of notes about what I could do, but none of it was real until I took action. I remember one week in particular. I had planned to launch my very first workshop. I kept waiting for the perfect slides, the perfect design, and the perfect confidence to start. Guess what? That perfect moment never came. One day I decided to stop overthinking and just do it. I recorded a short video, posted it, and within hours people started signing up. That's when I learned that progress doesn't start with perfection. It starts with courage, and I see this pattern with so many founders. You have incredible ideas, but you're waiting for the right time, the right team, the right funding. You want to get ready before you begin. But the truth is, starting is what makes you ready. I was listening again to Atomic Habits this week, and the author said something powerful. You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. That hit me. Because it's not our big dreams that fail us. It's the lack of structure, consistency, and follow-through that holds us back. Think about Brian Chesky and Joe Gebbia, the founders of Airbnb. Their idea was simple. Rent out air mattresses in their apartment to earn extra money. Nothing fancy, no funding, no perfect business plan, but they executed. They built a basic website, put up photos, and tested the concept. That one small step grew into one of the most successful startups in the world, not because they had the most brilliant idea, but because they acted on it. And that's the same principle that will move your business forward. Not the big pitch deck, not the endless brainstorming, but the tiny daily steps that no one sees. The email you send, the call you make, the post you publish, the one client you follow up with. Those small, consistent actions are what compound into results. Here's what I want you to take from today's session. Funding. No perfect business plan, but they executed. They built a basic website, put up photos, and tested the concept. That one small step grew into one of the most successful startups in the world, not because they had the most brilliant idea, but because they acted on it. So here's what I want you to take from today's session. Start small, but start now. You don't need to overhaul everything. Pick one idea, one action, and take it today. Momentum builds clarity, and clarity builds confidence. Set a system, not just a goal. Instead of saying, I'll launch my business, say, I'll spend 20 minutes daily reaching out to potential clients. Small systems create big success. Embrace imperfection. Your first version will be messy. It might even fail, and that's okay, because every rough draft brings you closer to mastery. Here's your office hour challenge this week. Now, I want you to pause and think. What's that one idea you've been sitting on? Maybe it's a new service, a partnership, or a product you've been afraid to launch. Ask yourself, what's one small step I can take this week to bring it to life? Pick one idea that's been sitting in your notes for too long. Write down 3 micro steps you can take this week to bring it to life. Schedule them. Commit to them. And by this time next week, you'll already be further than most people who are still waiting for the perfect time. Because clarity doesn't come from thinking, it comes from doing. So as you step into this new week, remember this: ideas are cheap, execution is priceless. And the difference between dreamers and doers is simply action. Welcome to Office Hours with IB, where we don't just dream, we do. I'll see you next Monday, same time, same space, for another powerful session to fuel your week as a founder.